Hi everyone, I'm Miss Kim from the Orange County Public Library. I'm so glad you decided to join me today for our Nailed It Baking Challenge. I've missed seeing you at the library, but what I miss most of all is all of the fun we have together when we're doing programs at the library. So even though we can't be doing a program in person, I'm hoping that we're going to have some fun today as we're doing this program together online. So, how many of you have seen Nailed It? How many of you have watched the TV show? Raise your hand. Oh, great. So some of you have seen the program. So if you've seen the program, then you kind of know what's going to be happening. But if you haven't seen it, let me just tell you how it's going to work. What you're going to do is you're going to see a picture of something, some sort of baked good that you will then have to recreate. It could be a cupcake, it could be a cookie, or it could be something entirely different. So once you see that picture, you're going to have to recreate that. Whatever you see, you're going to have to make it in your home with the things that you have there. So before we get started, there are a few items that you're going to need in order to do this challenge. The first thing you're going to need is a large microwavable bowl. You're also going to need 8 tablespoons or 1 stick of butter, a 10-ounce package of mini marshmallows, 6 cups of Rice Krispies, some food coloring, a spatula, and you're going to need adult supervision. If we were doing this program at the library, I would be the adult there, making sure that everything was going the way it's supposed to. But because you're doing this at home, you are going to need a grown-up to be with you when you do this challenge. Today's challenge involves making Rice Krispie treats. I'm going to demonstrate how to make them. Please watch the video in its entirety so that you don't miss any steps. Then I'll show you a picture of what you're going to make, and then you can get started. But let's get started now. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take your butter and put it into your bowl. Next, you're going to add the bag of marshmallows. We're going to put all of this into the microwave. And set it for 1 minute, 30 seconds. Okay, let's take a look. Be careful because the bowl might be hot. And I think it's just right. So now, you're going to mix it all together, marshmallows and the butter, until it's all combined. Oh, it smells great. If you were going to dye the Rice Krispies, and I'm just giving you a bit of a hint that you might need to have to dye the Rice Krispies, now is the time to put in your food color. So depending upon what color you need, you could then easily take your food coloring, put a few drops in. This is the time to do it. But for this batch, we're just going to keep it the same color that it is. Okay, I think we're ready. All right, it's nice and stirred up, it's nice and combined. Now we're going to add our Rice Krispie treats. We're going to combine our Rice Krispie treats into the bowl and fold them in. Oh well, we might lose a few there. And fold them into the marshmallow butter mixture. Make sure that they all get combined. All right, so once it's combined, you are ready to start sculpting. Wow, that looks great. Okay, let me give you a few tips. In order to sculpt with Rice Krispies, it's a lot easier if you have a little bit of butter. So the batter is kind of sticky, and it can be kind of difficult to work with, and can kind of just stick and you can't really form anything. So if you just put a little bit of butter just on your hands like this, then you can pick up the Rice Krispies and they're not going to stick. So that's just a little tip. So once you're ready to start sculpting, you might want to grab some wax paper because it doesn't stick as much on that, or a baking sheet. And so now what I'm going to show you is a picture of what you're going to make. Okay, so you'll notice it's not a cupcake and it's not a cookie, it's a cheeseburger. So what you're going to do is you're going to create your own cheeseburger, try to make it look as much like the picture as you can. The picture and the recipe for Rice Krispie Treats can be found at the end of this video. What we're going to ask you to do is when you finish your cheeseburger, we're going to ask you to take a picture of it and then post it to the comment section of this Facebook post. All right, now it's your turn. Wait, before you go, nailed it!